The big boys turned in some spectacular performances in the NBA last night too, Tony. And we'll start with Toronto's overtime victory in Detroit. DeMar DeRozan scored 42, including this end-to-end dunk, and one. Now, I know you don't believe in the Raptors, Tone, but they did clinch a playoff spot last night and lead Boston by 2.5 games in the East. Now comes a huge Friday night confrontation with the Rockets in Toronto, who've won 17 straight. Who has more stake in that one, Tone? Rockets or Raptors?
Yeah, I'm not even going to deal with your slander about what I believe in or what I don't
You don't believe in Toronto.
But I will say this, that because this game
slander.
is in Toronto, I am inclined to believe that there's more at stake for the Raptors. Because let's look at the Rockets right now. They are established as a team that's really, really good now. They've won 17 in a row. Earlier in the season, they won 14 in a row. That's 31 in a row. And every day, we have a variation on the theme, can the Rockets beat the Warriors? So it is assumed that they're going to advance in the playoffs to some degree and that they could win the NBA championship. I don't think anyone really, truly thinks that the Raptors could win the NBA championship at this point. The last 3 times they've gone out in the playoffs, they got 0-2-0. That, you can get 3 and go out, and they got 0-2-0. So if they win tonight, that's a statement.
Well, Tony, tomorrow
You're
night,
not going to whatever it is. You're not going to disagree with that.
Not really. I'm going to say it's a much bigger deal for Toronto for many of the reasons that you just said. We're going to agree largely on that. Toronto had a guy win that game last night that wasn't DeMar DeRozan, although he made the play.
He made the pass.
Fred VanVleet, a guy who we mentioned in March recently, not April, May.
Wichita State, right?
This is part, Chicago kid.
Oh, excuse me.
Tony, but this is part of what is so much better about Toronto, that bench. They now can go to people, their second unit, the confidence they have in them. And DeRozan, you know what? DeRozan may wind up being first-team All-NBA for the way he's played this year.
Doesn't it seem to you that the NBA doesn't embrace that franchise in the way that they should?
Yes.
When Boston was in first place, it was a big deal. If Cleveland's in first place, it's a big deal.
Embrace it?
Toronto.
This network.
Yeah,
doesn't embrace it.
I mean, because there's no ratings.
It's Toronto.
You can't get that
they're over there. Their ratings don't count. So what?
It was suggested to me today that the face of the team is actually still Drake, who doesn't play.